Hello and welcome to the official first day of the back to school readathon. I am just now getting ready. I actually have the whole day off today and Monday. So where do I want to sit you? You guys don't know how much faith I have in my makeshift tripod. But hello, welcome to day one, Friday, August 25th of the back to school readathon. I just woke up a little bit ago. Right now, I am just getting ready to take the first Spirit Day photo prompt, which is Dress Like a Teacher Day. And I decided to do something a little bit kooky. If you couldn't tell by my shirt, this is my husband's. I'm going to dress up as a gym teacher. And I have all the stuff. I have mustaches, a whistle, and probably my most exciting thing, tube socks. You know it's going down. If you didn't know, this is the back to school readathon created by Gwen, who is Gwendolyn Kinsinger here on YouTube, and on Instagram she is Lavender Mud. She has so kindly asked me to co-host this readathon, as well as Keisha from A Book Like You and Liv from Liv's Library, and we are all four of us, and I'm sure you guys are as well, are just so freaking excited. Gwen has put so much time and thought into this readathon, like over a year, so it's finally happening and we're all just so excited. I should probably explain like what the readathon is. This is a back to school readathon, as you can probably tell, and there are several different prompts which I will get into what I have read or what I'm currently going to pick up and all that fun stuff. Each day there's a different photo challenge. Today is Dress Like a Teacher Day. I will post the Spirit Week little graphic right here, as well as the like prompts that you can do. All of this should be down in the description as well. Yeah, that's the one. I will get into the books that I plan to read, like my whole TBR, after I take this photo. So the photo I think was a success. It's getting a lot of like positive attention, so that's great. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the books I plan to read for the back to school readathon. Okay, so I guess let's talk about the one that I like sort of kind of cheated on for the readathon. I actually started the readathon last night and I went ahead and just wanted to knock out the graphic novel. This is for the art prompt, which is to read a graphic novel, comic, manga, you get the picture. So I picked this up on a whim. Actually, I picked this up because I posted on no, it was on my TBR video. I posted like, you know, like let me know what graphic novels you think I should pick up. This one was recommended to me and I really enjoyed this one. I completely finished it last night. I ended up giving it 4 stars, but I have a reason for 4 stars. This is actually a retelling of a spooky middle grade book called Wait Till Helen Comes by Mary Dawning Hahn, but it's been adapted by 3 other people. And so I was reading this last night and I was like, man, this just sounds very like vaguely familiar, and I kind of looked it up on Goodreads and I was like, oh, I read the spooky middle grade, like the original spooky middle grade, back when I was in that age group. So here is the graphic novel. I got it from the library, and then here is the original cover that made me realize I've read this book before. So I really overall enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars, mostly for nostalgic reasons, but I really had a great time. I highly recommend if you're looking for like a spooky middle grade graphic novel. This is about Molly and her brother Michael, who their mom actually recently got married to this guy who also has a daughter named Heather. And out of the blue, they decide to end up moving to the countryside. They end up moving into a church, like kind of weird. But the church also has a graveyard next to it. And so Molly and Michael don't get along with Heather because Heather's always like telling on them and like just, you know, causing trouble. And Heather ends up making friends with possibly a ghost, and it goes from there. So I really enjoyed this one, gave this one 4 stars. So the one that I don't physically own or have with me is Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries, I believe is the proper like format of that title. And I cannot remember the name of the author, but this is a cozy mystery that I have on my Kindle. This is for the lunch prompt, which is to read a book featuring a recipe, and this one has recipes on the inside. So looking for like a summery, beachy, cozy mystery, and I'm new to the genre, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn me away. So next I have 2 point horror books. Gwen actually got into some point horror last summer, and it made me want to kind of pick it up, and I feel like these would be perfect for like a readathon because they're so small. Like honestly, this could probably be like 1 book combined. So for the English prompt, I have Who Killed the Homecoming Queen, for set in a school, homecoming, school, you get it. Tanya is having the best year of her life. She has a hot new boyfriend. She landed the star role in the student film, and she's just been voted homecoming queen. But someone is jealous of Tanya. Someone plans to ruin her perfect year, even if they have to kill her. Will Tanya live to see the homecoming dance? So, interesting. And then for science, I have Sunburn. This prompt is to have sun, moon, or stars on the cover. I had a real hard time with that for some reason, but I ended up picking this one because sun, burn, you get the drift. This one just says the perfect suntan, soaking up rays, fun at the beach. That's what Claudia Walker had in mind when she accepted her friend Marla's invitation to spend the weekend at her cliffside beach house. Little did she know that horrible accidents, fatal accidents, would occur in the beach and in the house. When Claudia knows that they're not accidents, she's sure someone out to get them, out to kill them. The week of fun in the sun has turned dark and deadly. So these are the 2 point horror books I plan to read. And then I think I'm going to start with a romance book because I'm just kind of in the mood for that. So I have 2 different options. I have When in Rome. This is for the PE gym prompt, and that is to read a book featuring an activity. This seems to have a lot of like baking and cooking involved, so that's why I want to pick this one up. This one says opposites certainly attract for a stranded pop star and a small town baker in this charming slice of romance for Sarah Adams, author of the cheat sheet. So I've been wanting to get into Sarah Adams because I know like a lot of my friends, including Keisha, who's one of the co-hosts, has been loving Sarah Adams. So I wanted to give her another try because I've only read the cheat sheet and it wasn't personally a fave of mine. So want to give that one a shot. And then I have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, which I'm very excited about. I think this one has to do with a woman moving into her grandmother's like apartment. I believe it's an apartment. Yeah, her late aunt's apartment. Aunt, not grandma. And there is a guy living in the apartment, but he's either this one says except he lives in the past, 7 years in the past. So there's like a time, not time travel, but like a time bending element in this one. So I'm very excited for this one. I'm not sure which one I should pick up. Maybe I should do an Instagram poll. I might do that. And then for history or social studies, it is to read one with 2 multiple timelines. I have Dead 11. I've been hearing like very mixed things about this one, plus it's thick, and I'm not sure if I want to pick this one up or maybe swap it with something else, but for right now, this is the social studies one. This one is about people going missing, I believe, and it all happens to be about this island, and when they get there, it's like people are like really infatuated with 1994, almost like they're stuck in time. So like another time bending element. Ooh, I guess if I couldn't get to this one, I guess this one also could beat that because there are 2 multiple timelines. I like that thought process. And then for study hall, it is to watch a movie featuring, you know, some type of school. So Gwen, who has her own Patreon, I will link that down below. It's for her podcast called Talk Bookish to Me. She has decided to do a movie watch with her patrons, and we're going to watch The Heathers, which I'm very excited about because I've seen like the Broadway show, but I've never actually seen the original movie that inspired the, you know, the very popular Broadway show. So I'm very excited to watch that. I believe that is on Tuesday of next week. So looking forward to that one. So I guess the next thing is going to be like, I'm definitely in a romance mood. So which one's going to win? So I think I'm going to post this on Instagram and ask people to help me. So we'll do that. What up, gang? Back in the car. You really thought I wasn't going to be in my car during a vlog? You're so sadly mistaken. I am actually in town. I'm going to drop off that graphic novel book that I mentioned earlier, because I, you know, obviously finished it. I might actually also go inside just to kind of check out and see like what the library has. Also might see if they have any other like cozy mysteries that have, I don't know, like some recipes on the inside, because I don't know, like I am really interested in reading beaches, bungalows, and burglaries. However, I'm like transitioning into fall. Whoa, that was a big jump. So yeah, I maybe want to go in there, like check out their cozy mystery section, because I am overall excited to read beaches, bungalows, and burglaries. However, I feel like I'm in a transition stage where I'm like, okay, summer's over, where's the fall? So I'm just gonna see if there's any other like options that may sound appealing to me, and then go from there. But yeah, let me take you along with me. And for anyone who may be asking, am I still rocking the tube socks? The tube socks are still tubing. Like I just wrestled like a wild animal. I kind of did. I had to immediately give a dog a bath, and it was not a pleasant experience. So to say I'm a little tired, kind of an understatement. So let's talk about the books that I got at Barnes & Noble. So I was a good girl and I got exactly what I went in for. And well, this is the book I'm currently reading so far. So, but I got the two books that I planned to go in there and get. So don't come after me, because I was a good girl. So speaking of good girl, I got the new Alice Feeney Good Bad Girl, which I was talking to Gwen about this. I was like, I kind of hate the title, and I hope it, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's weird saying Good Bad Girl. So I don't know. This is by Alice Feeney, one of my favorite thriller authors. I'm really excited because I was not a fan of Daisy Darker, but I also don't like Clue, Whodunit, and Then There Were None. Like, I just, not a fan. So this just says, when bad things happen to good people, sometimes good people have to do bad things. So very excited about this one. I was actually talking to Elizabeth on the Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion this past week on Monday, and she said she was going to read this one probably for the readathon because it had multiple timelines. So I was like, that would be a good alternative for the social studies prompt. So very excited about this one. Then I picked up Spare Room by Andrea Bartz, and I noticed like all of her books have like some kind of like rainbow ombre effect. So this is Spare Room. She's the author of the Reese's book club pick, We Were Never There, which I read. I think I gave it 3 stars and thought it was generally okay. I haven't read anything else by her, but this one just sounded really interesting. Says, staying with a friend and her husband is sexier and deadlier than anyone could have imagined. Sounds interesting. I'm very much excited to read this one. I love a good domestic thriller. I'm telling you, those are all the books I got. So sorry to disappoint.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Back to School Readathon opening night sprints. Meet your teachers. We're going to do like a couple of different things tonight. So we're going to do like a little introduction. I'm going to share the back to school prize pack, like what's in the giveaway. And then I'll be drawing for the giveaway in the Book of Superlatives live show on Wednesday. So you have to come back on Wednesday, but I'm going to share the prize pack. And then we'll talk about like what we're reading and stuff. And then I have a couple of games. I'm trying to condense them because I know people are here to read.
Hello, my name is Jessie. My channel is Reading with Jess. I typically read thrillers, romance, trying to get out of the norm, but doesn't really work out, but that's okay. But I will be reading The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This was originally going to be for the math prompt, which is a number on the cover or title, but then as I was talking to my vlog camera, I realized this could also fit for the social studies for like different time periods, so that's what I'm going to use it for. So I'm only on chapter 6, page 52.
Yeah,
so.
I love how you're like, I was talking to my vlog camera, like it was like having a conversation.
I was way off, but I was still closer.
I was way closer. I love it. Yeah, what color were they before? Did I wonder if different places had different color, like different states had different colors, or I don't know how it was before.
I just used to take pictures of buses for a summer job, and there were some that were orange, so that's why I'm guessing they used to be orange.
You're like, I'm going with orange, Alex, for 300. Yeah, but that's kind of surprising. Lena says I was close within 4 years.
Ooh.
That's that homeschool girly coming out with those right answers.
She never rode a bus.
But I bet you she studied about them.
Probably.
Where is the United States' oldest public school located? So it's going to be like a city in the United States. PE, art, math. Okay, what did everybody here say?
I'm going to go with math.
Yeah, I will too, even though I hate math.
PE.
All right, and the answer is mathematics.
What is wrong with people?
Hello guys, so we actually just finished reading sprints over on Gwen's channel. If you want to check out the reading sprints, because she also did like a giveaway and showed everything that was in the giveaway pack, which, you guys, perfect stuff for a back to school readathon. But I realized I have not given you a single reading update about the 7-year slip, and I am very excited to share. I am loving this book. Like, it is on track to be a 5-star read for me. To basically like sum up this book and let you know what it's about, it is about a woman named Clementine. She's like really high up in like publishing. She's like really big in the publishing agency, and she's like up for a promotion, but her aunt, who she had like a really close relationship, actually passed away about 6 months ago. And yeah, so she actually is taking over the apartment that her aunt used to live in, and her aunt used to say like the apartment is always magic, like yada yada yada. And I don't know how to explain this without it sounding weird, because honestly, when I heard about this book and like reading the back of the book, like it's just hard to explain. Basically kind of has like a roommate. She like finds a guy in her apartment, and he's like, yeah, I talked to, I forgot the aunt's name, but he's like, yeah, like I'm like subleasing this apartment for the summer and yada yada yada. And she's like freaking out, and come to find out he is from 7 years in the past. And so, and I think it's really sweet because she's like, you know, kind of holding on to like her aunt by kind of going with the flow on what's happening, because it's kind of giving her a last little bit of life when her aunt was there. Kind of weird. She's living in an apartment with a guy who is from the past, and it's a romance between them. And oh my gosh, you guys, like when I tell you how much I'm loving this book, I am actually highlighting stuff. I don't annotate, I don't highlight, I do not damage my books, but this is just so good. So the one section of the book that really got me, like, I was like, I have to highlight, because that just made me feel all sorts of feelings. It said, after all, I didn't know what love, romantic love, toe curling love felt like, so how could I fall for it? This wasn't it. It couldn't be. You kissed like you danced, he murmured against my mouth. I broke away, suddenly appalled, terribly. He laughed, but it was low and deep in his throat, half a growl as he stole another kiss, like someone waiting to be asked. You can just dance, Lemon. You can take the lead, and you'll follow to the moon and back, he replied. Oh my gosh. I'm just like absolutely loving this book. I have read The Dead Romantics, and I gave that one 4 stars, and honestly, I'm loving this one like way better. So I'm very excited to read this one. I ended up reading until page 197, so I'm like 60-ish% through, and honestly I think I'm just gonna go get in bed and finish this book, honestly. And I'm gonna take my highlighter with me, because you just never know. This is on the road to be one of my favorite romances of the year.
While I'm slowly heading back to my apartment, I'm not asking for your thoughts. I'm just thinking out loud in the darkness. Ooh, there's no point, 'cause we both know. From here there's nowhere to go. Someone said your heart is gold. for you, for you.
Hey guys, so I have a little bit of a reading update. I am 30 pages away from finishing this book, and I'm actually going to sit out here on my deck because I was getting a little chilly in the house. So I'm going to sit out here and finish the book. But I did get a package. This is from Amazon, but they have their own little special packaging. I have been trying to do better at like keeping up with like not biting my nails and keeping up with my nail like routines and stuff like that. So I actually ordered this nail polish off Amazon. It is called, I forgot the name of the company, ILNP, and they have like really pretty like chrome color shifting colors. Like I actually have this one on right now. This is like a very neutral color. So this is in the shade Chloe. I will try to link these down in case anyone's interested. Not sponsored or anything. So this is their like individual packaging. Again, it's ILNP. So this is part of their, they just launched like this like under the sea type of collection, I think, according to their Amazon at least. And so this is in the shade Hidden Treasure, and I feel like this is going to be my fall color. Look at that, like, so freaking pretty. I think these polishes were like $10 each, but I feel like that's a good size bottle. And then the other color I got is called Talk It Up, and this is not part of the same collection. But look at this like pearlescent color. It reminds me of like a saltwater or freshwater pearl. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking pretty. So those are the two colors I got. Like I said, I'm gonna hop into my chair and I'm going to finish the 7-year slip. Okay, so I finished the 7-year slip and 5 stars. Absolutely loved this book. Like, do I think it's the greatest romance of all time? No, but like the thoughts and feelings that I got while reading this book are just unmatchable. Like, it's just insane. Like, I've never been this excited to read a romance in such a long time. Like, hands down, my favorite romance of the year. So I just absolutely loved the chemistry between Clementine and Ewan. I can't remember how to say his name. But they just have the sweetest chemistry, and some of the things, like some of the conversations that they would have, like I could actually picture like me and my husband. I know that's corny and cheesy, like, but it was just great. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, hands down, my favorite book of the year as far as romances. But yeah, absolutely loved it. If you liked The Dead Romantics, I think you're gonna like this one more. I gave The Dead Romantics 4 stars, but this one literally just screamed 5 stars. And I know I've noticed a trend between the two Ashley Poston books. Like, she does write about like grief and death and romances, which is just so odd, but like I think she just does an amazing job talking about it. So I cannot recommend it. Like, this is giving me almost Part of Your World vibes of how much I enjoyed it. Like, not quite, but like I still loved it. So I was gonna pick up another book, but Justin and I are actually gonna go over to a friend's house to just kind of hang and chill. So I don't think I'm going to get any more reading in, but I will definitely try to bring you guys along with me, so that way you guys can, you know, be part of the cool crowd, just saying. But if I do end up picking up another book, I will let you guys know. Okay, bye. day yesterday. Honestly, I just did not feel like vlogging. I really didn't feel like there was a lot of things I did that could add to the vlog, so I apologize for that. I did get a few clips, but not a whole lot done. But I do have a reading update for you, and I also have a life update for you. So let's talk about the life update. So this morning I have today off. It's Monday, and I'm super excited because we have reading sprints tonight. And one of the things I planned for myself was I booked an hour-long massage for myself, and I'm going to the chiropractor. Like, it's in the same building, but I have a chiropractor appointment right after my massage. So yeah, definitely like a self-care type of day. Ended up having to cancel that appointment because that was literally as I'm on my way to go to the chiropractor and to the massage, my car won't start. And to make a long story short, I had to be a big girl and jumpstart my own car. And I just, like, it was just kind of nerve-wracking because, like, I don't F with electricity. Like, I don't mess with that. I don't do any of that. And so, like, I had to, like, do it on my own, and, like, and of course my husband's at work, so he wasn't able to, like, leave to come, you know, come help me, which I didn't expect him to, but it was just kind of nerve-wracking because he was trying to tell me what to do, and of course, like, I'm just, like, not the greatest at following instructions, or I have a million questions to each step. So yeah, it's been stressful. Was able to get my car started. I went to a Advance Auto, and it was a battery. It's the original battery in my car, which I drive a 2017, so it's time to be replaced. So that car lasted, what, 6 years, which I feel like is on average, I guess. $213 later, I now have my car and it's drivable. So but not that this guy will ever see the video, but the guy that worked at Advance Auto was the sweetest human being ever. I think he could tell, like, I was kind of frazzled, and he was just like, no worries, we'll take care of it. And he installed my battery. He gave me like a 10% off discount to make me feel better, and I was just like, oh, bless your sweet soul. I'm actually parked in my library's parking lot. Yeah, I actually decided to try to finish my book, which I'll get to while I ate my breakfast, because I only had like 30 pages left, and it's a library book, so I had to return them. So I've actually just completed 2 books. I'm not going to rate either one of these. I updated Instagram, so if you're not following me, go follow me on Instagram. It's at readingwithjess_. But I updated Instagram on Sunburn, which is for the science prompt of sun, moon, or stars on the cover, and the title's called Sunburn. So this one, like, both of these I'm going to feel the same about. So, like, the reason why I'm not rating them is I remember, like, checking these out at the library as, like, a young, like, maybe 12 years old, and I loved these. I think these are, like, honestly what sparked my love of thrillers, and I loved them. So, like, 12-year-old Jessie is giving these like 5 stars, but for me, I feel weird rating them because, and I was talking to Gwen about this because she is also reading a point horror book from the Fear Street line, and it's not that the books are bad, but it's like, if I were to rate these right now, I would say 2, maybe a 3 stars. But is that fair? For one, these were written like almost 30 years ago. Is it fair for me to rate these low because I'm not a young adult? Is it fair for me to rate these because, you know, these are obviously not up to date with things? No. And so, like, I feel like I can say, like, hey, I read these, and, like, I feel like if you are looking for something super cheesy and super, like, unrealistic and predictable, I feel like these are perfect. If you're looking for, like, short, like, thriller horror books that you don't want to take seriously, these are perfect, especially during a readathon. Like, I'm so glad I read these during a readathon. I don't know. And also, I read a bunch of books for a readathon back in May. I think it was Bookathon. And I read a bunch of, like, Goosebump books. And I gave them like 4 or 5 stars. But is that fair? So I actually think when I get home, I'm actually going to go back on my Goodreads and unrate those unrate those Goodread books. Because also, as far as like my personal tracking and ratings, like giving all those Goosebump books 5 stars is just gonna make my average star rating go higher. But like also, like, is that logistically, or like, is that fair for my star ratings? You know what I mean? So I think after reading these, I am going to, and it's not like an R.L. Stine thing, but I do think I'm going to go back and unrate the Goosebump books I read for Bookathon. So yeah, I had Sunburn. Felt like this was really cool, especially for a summer thriller. Very fun. I think I liked Who Killed the Homecoming Queen a little bit better, just because I felt like there was a little bit more, I don't know, drama, if that makes sense. So I definitely recommend picking these up if you are looking for something super short, perfect for a readathon. I also have another library book, but I'm going to start that, and that is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. So I'm very excited to read this one. So hopefully I can get like a little bit of a head start before reading sprints tonight. And yeah. An apple crisp shaken espresso.
Yeah, I still have that.
Okay, can I get a grande of that with oat milk, please?
Yeah, so grande iced apple for shaken espresso with oat milk.
Yes, please.
Anything else I can do for you?
Oh, nope, that'd be it.
Gotcha. You just want to go pull around? I'll put it for you over the window.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. It's going to be $6.96 for you.
Thank you.
There you are.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, I actually have Gwen here on I mean, you can't see her, but I have Gwen here on Marco Polo, and this is kind of sort of the drink she told me to get. She told me to get the apple crisp oat milk latte and or the macchiato, but I panicked at the window and saw the shaken espresso version, so that's what I got. So hopefully it's good. I always have to double shake the espresso. Smells a little weird. Smells like Bath and Body Works. Okay, but hold on. Why does it taste like Bath and Body Works Leaves candle, but like in a good way? That's actually really good. But I'm here at my chiropractor appointment. Well, actually, I'm here to get a massage first, and then I'm here to get an adjustment. So I'm very excited. And after today, I could totally use it. I've also been having a lot of like pain in my neck. Not pain, just like I could tell I'm starting to look down a lot more. So I'm super excited for like everything that's about to come. So I'm gonna go in and get adjusted.
I let you down. Know that I was not always around.
Hi, my name's Liv, or Olivia from Liv's Library.
For the math prompt, which is a number on the cover, have y'all read any of those? One Evil Summer, another point horror book.
I haven't read this one yet, but this is the one I had for it, so.
Oh, cute. I also read and loved
I'm
Seven
so
Years
glad. I saw your
I'm-
Goodreads review.
Like, I cannot get over this book. I've been thinking about it like every single day since I finished it. Science, sun, moon, or stars on the cover.
Yeah, I doubled up. It has a moon.
Okay. Nice. And Field of Screams. Which is a
There's a
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
Yeah, it
Cute.
has stars in the background.
That,
then-
I mean, that counts.
What did you read for the science?
Oh, it was Sunburn, also by
Oh,
R.L.
yeah.
Stein.
Yeah, the Fierce Street.
Returned that one.
And I gave it 3 stars, Liv. I don't know if you saw,
Okay.
but it's
Yeah.
more like the plot is more like a 2. But I love her writing, and the atmosphere was really good, so I bumped it up a star. Yeah.
So do you recommend a different book by that author?
The only other one I've read is The Perfect Guests. And
Okay.
I did like that one a lot more. I think I gave it 4 stars.
I need to still get to this one, but this is going to be like the last one that like I have to get to because like I'm not putting it off anymore. I've been really excited to read it. So
What about y'all?
Yeah.
I was dozing. I don't know if anybody saw me, but if you did, I hope you got laughed.
I want to go back and watch it now.
I was like, I had my book. I was dozing off. Like I had my book here, and I'd be going like this. I was like, nobody's gonna see me, but I think I'm gonna try it now. And I've got a snack for the next sprint. I'm like, why am I so tired?
Oh my goodness.
I read
What about-
45,
Hey.
but I was also very confused because I'm listening to the audio and it skipped a whole chapter that was super important. That's in the book. That's not in the audio. Like this is a UK edition or something.
Does Liv sound like a chipmunk to anybody else but me?
I read 52 pages, I think.
I read 52 pages too.
Really? Did you stop at chapter 7?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to start chapter 7.
Yay! Okay. I'm loving it. What about you? Really? It's
I'm not
hating for you right now. Oh
I'm
my
not-
God. I love it. I'm giggling. I'm laughing. I just love it.
I'm liking the grumpy sunshine, but
I love the male narrators.
I'm also got to page 110 and I'm liking it, but I'm not feeling that 5-star vibe. So right now it's like at a 4-star. I'm just like it feels a little insta-lovey for me, but not just even.
Are you kidding? No.
Not only is it a little insta-lovey between the two characters, but like the whole town is like in love with this random
That's
chick.
not true. That's not true. They don't love her. They're just, well, she's a pop star, so they feel like they already know her.
I know,
And
but
then,
like one of the
course,
sisters is
someone
like,
famous. I will fight you tooth and nail about this book. Okay, so pick your battles, girlfriend. Pick your battles.
and not only that, like the dude is like sniffing her
I know.
hairbrush.
I know.
Hello guys. So I just realized as I'm editing this vlog that I never ended the vlog, so I'm so sorry. Apparently I don't know what happened, but I do know I at least filmed on Wednesday and a little bit of Thursday, but for some reason that video footage has just like went missing. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to that footage, so I'm so sorry. But I thought before I wrap up this vlog, because it's already pretty long just on its own, I felt like I would give you a proper like little wrap up. So I'm not going to go over the books that I read before that, but I do want to let you know that I did finish When in Rome by Sarah Adams, and I gave this one 4 stars, even though you probably saw me and Gwen disagreeing whether or not it's a 5-star or a 4-star. I definitely feel like it's worth you picking up and making your own decision. Even though I gave it 4 stars, I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to pick up what is considered the sequel, which is Practice Makes Perfect. If you've read When in Rome, this is supposed to be Annie's story, and Annie was one of the sisters mentioned in When in Rome, so I am really excited to read this one. The reason why it's not a 5-star for me, which I mentioned earlier, it just felt like very insta-lovey. I felt like there was like kind of like no depth to it, but it was a very enjoyable read. And yeah, like I felt like this was a good read, and I feel like you should pick it up as well. And then for the last prompt that I completed, it was actually the lunch prompt, which is to read a book featuring recipes. So I read Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries, and I gave this one 3 stars. And I think something that I've realized about myself is I'm forcing the cozy mystery genre on myself because I want to be a cozy mystery girly, but for some reason I just feel like every time I pick one up, it's just not, it doesn't wow me. I don't know if that's because like I'm a seasoned thriller reader. So if you have any tips or tricks, or if you feel like there's some cozy mysteries that you feel like I should pick up, definitely let me know. But I mean, Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries was fine. I just felt like it wasn't, I don't know, but it's not the book specifically. I've had this trouble with other cozy mysteries, so I don't know. Again, if you have any recommendations, let me know. Also, because that video footage is no longer existent, we did have a bookish superlative live show over on Gwen's channel. I'm going to leave the link for that in all of the live shows down below. But Gwen announced the giveaway winner, which was Jordan, one of my good friends from Sorry Book Solid. So congrats to Jordan. But we also did some bookish superlatives, which was so much fun. I just love talking about books with all my friends. But before we wrap up this vlog, I just want to say thank you so much for participating, whether it was on Instagram, YouTube, or just, you know, silently reading in the background. Thank you so much. This has been such a great readathon. Also, special thank you to Gwen for putting all this together, bringing everyone together for this amazing week, and I really hope she does it again next year. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help support my channel, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling.